Welcome, Aquarius, to your 2026 New Year's forecast, the year of the horse, the fire horse, that is. Of course, that fire horse won't come in until February as that snake is winding itself down, getting ready for that horse to take over. So let's get in here, my friends, and see what's going on with you. Welcome, everyone. Hope you guys had a beautiful holiday season. Okay. Of course, I'm getting this out before the first. We would kind of look at it from a forecast of a future look. So let's look here. Beautiful Aquarius. We will go over also what that fire horse is bringing in and how that's going to affect you and everyone. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, you're going off the 11th house. Where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. Interesting. Hold on, guys. I want to see what the overall energy is, though. I think that's interesting that wants to throw itself out, and that is absolutely awesome. Because it's saying the overall energy for the year is going to be in your 11th house. Friends, social occasions, wishes, luck. Are you kidding? Show me what else they're looking at for the overall Sagittarius energy. Yeah. Oh my God. That's crazy. You're making my... Hold on, guys. My nose is itching. That's crazy. Because you got the 11th house. The 11th house is granting the wishes and the luck. Right? And then you have that Sagittarius energy, which is that Jupiter energy, which Jupiter is good luck. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It brings the ups, the downs. Oh my gosh. This energy imbues power, superior confidence, enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. And then you're going straight to the 11th house. That's a crazy energy. Beautiful, crazy energy. And underneath it is Mercury. So I love that because now it's going to say through this winter area, you are going to have, between this winter area, you are going to have this Mercury energy coming in, which is going to, be on communication. How you think, communicate, write, talk, travel, right? I mean, it's Mercury energy. Mercury is also very interesting because remember, it not only, is a Gemini energy, it's also that Virgo energy. So there, it's also got not just this place of just wanting to communicate. It also has the communication of how you're doing things too. That's why you have that Hermit energy as well, where we're going inside. So it could also be for identity purposes of yourself, embracing your own unique visions and aligning yourself with your own true understanding of how you're seeing your friends, the clarity and the role of what you're doing within the world and within your life. So I'm loving that. And you're really seeing that kind of hidden aspect of what Mercury really brings out, but it's also going to be a lot of communication. So I really do feel like you're going to be embracing your authentic visions and finding your own liberations alongside your own emotional processing and of what's going on around you. So I do feel like there's going to be this personal awakening of this kind of individuality within yourself, but also marked by your social occasions, your social groups, your friends. Kind of like this overall, like kind of humanitarian energy going on and self-discovery. That is really cool. And especially with, we're talking about winter here. We're talking about January through March. And as that snake is exiting and that fire horse is coming through, okay, it's going to make a big deal for you because it says it's going to make you feel very overwhelmed in this situation. Remember, this is your overall energy for the whole year. That's your whole year, right? This energy. Just going to keep that there just for a second because I want you to understand this is for winter with this 12th house, right? So this says this is the area of your life that's overcoming and overwhelming you would yield to the greater cause of power. And this is how you're going to end up getting out of that box into this place where you're going to process things. You're going to see things for things that are different. But it's almost like you're going to use the rest of that snake energy from the end of the year to push through still those things that were overwhelming you, still those things that you couldn't understand what was going on. It's almost like you're going to get this clarity and this understanding from this Mercury energy. Okay. Which is going to help you along the way. So you could still be battling some kind of personal energy with other people, exes, whether they're friends, an ex-husband, a job. Maybe it's overwhelming, a job I hate. You know, whatever it is that's completely overwhelming you, you're going to watch that be burned away. Not only is it going to be pushed aside and keep pushing with that snake as it's pushing things away and then trying to gradually move things towards you. Now you're going to see that fire horse coming in February. And I feel like it's just going to kind of burn this all away because you're going to see something from a different point of view because of that personal awakening and understanding. Oh my gosh. Yes. Two of Cups. What is Two of Cups? Well, when we're looking at it from that point of view, we're looking at it as me and my higher self. What did I say? Personal awakening, personal understanding of love, of a partnership. This is the mutual attraction, though, but this is the connection of what it is. It's coming from myself. Like I said, this is the self-discovery of what it is I truly want and what I'm desiring and what I can see outside of the box. There's that Virgo in there. I told you, wait for that Virgo, that Mercury come in, because that's what you're doing. This is the self-discovery as well, where I'm seeing what it is I need to see. So I do feel like winter is going to be this huge time. Yes, and this new beginnings and new projects, aligning yourself with understandings. And if you want to fix things with your friends, but you didn't know how to do so, now is the time. This will shed away any kind of compromises. It's going to embrace all these unique visions, bringing back potentials for new beginnings, aligning yourself with true understanding of what's going on within the situation. Whether it's whatever it is, it's liberation. It's liberating you from this overwhelming situation. It doesn't matter if we're coming back together or we're not. It's just the understanding of this is where it's going to rest, putting it to rest, giving it a grave, giving it now a headstone that it truly needs. Right? That means that we're done. It's over. No more. There's no compromises either. This is no more compromise. It's shedding the compromises, saying, this is the overall resolution. Ace of Wands, there is no more. It's the overall forgiveness. When compromises don't work, we stop with compromises because that doesn't do shit. It did nothing. It caused more. So we just forgive it, lay it down, let it go. Move on without anything else. And if they don't want to do it, then it's fine, because it wasn't about them. What was it about, Aquarius? It's about you within yourself and having that understanding that it's what it is. It cannot define anything else. It's done. It's dissolving. If they want to keep fighting, that's fine, because you just shut the door on it and not allowing it to affect you anymore. That's what's liberating, is you walking away, closing that door. I love it. And that's going to bring you peace. You see that? It's an olive branch. What is an olive branch? It's a peace. It's a peace offering. And sometimes if we can't find peace offerings with other people, we have to find it within what? Ourselves. And that's where you're headed. I think that should be for everyone. But it can't be for everyone. You know why? Because certain signs can only do it. You would say, why can't everyone do that? They should. But it's all within perfect timing. And I'm going to tell you, these are general readings. Some of you are going to do that, and some of you aren't anyways. So it doesn't matter, right? It's just a general reading. It either is or it's not. It's saying it would like you to do so. And this is a great time to do so because you're going to find that deep emotional processing to push you to that point. So it would be in your best favor to do so that you can keep the wheel of fortune going, so that you can open up these new doors and this great luck. Great luck is closing that karmic cycle, releasing, and then finding a new role within that area, and then also could be bringing new love in. For some of you have new love in the air. It's also this newfound love of yourself. So there's all kinds of love. Because I just feel like within this reading, there's love over here, there's love over there. I mean, you guys are just going to feel this warmth. It's almost like a warm blanket, blanketing you with love and shielding you from hatred. I'm sorry, this is exactly, but it's if you want it. If you don't want it, it ain't coming. In the love situation, some of you have a beautiful love connection that's coming in, and that's because you're having this better connection with yourself. Look, we can have new love and not have a better connection. I mean, the worst thing you could tell someone is because you didn't love yourself, you can't have love. That's just not true. That's not true. But I will tell you one thing. When you do love yourself more, it brings it faster. It does feel like it does bring it faster. It does feel like it brings it quicker, faster, deeper. You have to say, though, is it really real, or is that just a perception? Right. But I will tell you right now, you do have a lot of love in the air right now, and I do see the potentials of bringing in this soulmate connection during winter. Winter right now, you have this beautiful soulmate connection. If you say, I'm already in a relationship, this is just to deepen that connection. Now, that's very interesting about deepening connections, because that's what that fire horse is doing in February. So around February, you can only say, when that fire horse comes in, here comes the depths of this new relationship, or the relationship I already have. You have to say, well, okay, so we're going to look at this really fast, and I'm going to just tell you guys this. The fire horse brings fast-moving, emotionally charged energy into the personal relationships. The fire heightens the passion and the truth, while it demands freedom and momentum. That's just horse in itself. Together as one, they create a year where relationships cannot remain stagnant. Either they deepen rapidly or rapidly fall apart. There's no in between. Unless you're holding it so fucking tight, which I kind of seen. That's kind of crazy, because who did I see that with? Scorpio? Or Scorpio Sagittarius. It was one of them that was holding it so tight they weren't going to let it destroy itself. And that's fine, you know? I mean, that's just the understanding of that's the way it moves. And this right here is interesting because it's saying in winter, right, when that fire horse comes in, it's showing all this deepened love, not only for yourself, but other people around you that's coming through, bringing in this beautiful soulmate connection, or heightening it, right? So if you guys were in a relationship and you felt like, you know, it's been kind of rocky, all of a sudden, boom, it's romantic, it's lovely, it's heightened, it's the Empress. You couldn't get any better love than these two. I mean, look at these two. Come on. Get out of here. Get out of here, right? Deep love, commitment, and relationship. The Hierophant to the Empress, you couldn't get any better than that. I mean, that's that beautiful soulmate connection. That's where you have the potential to reach the heavens when it comes to love, right? That's some mighty, mighty, intense emotions and love, okay? It's hot and heavy. 100. So let's look at your money really fast. Okay, let's see. I wanted it to be better, but it's not bad. I mean, it's for some of you, it's boosting. It's boosting where you want it to be. You know, you can expect some career turns. You know, if you're having any places, you know, in the workplace in March, February or March, you know, you could see some turbulence over here in your, you know, Aquarius, in the Aquarius, Aries area, or Aquarius Pisces, excuse me, area. Aqua Pisces, yeah, time of the year. February, March, I would say, you know, you're going to see some turns. If you're having problems, you can resolve these issues. I do see you could resolve the issues, you know, turning it. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, it could be better, but, you know, you personally can resolve these issues. Benefits, you know, manifesting investments, having clarity on investments and things that you're looking for. I say if you are looking for investments, you'd be fine. I don't see anything super intense though, when it comes to your money. I don't see anything horrible. I don't see anything bad though either. You know what I mean? It's like not horrible. It's not good. It's not great. I would say it's just it's there. It's, you know, like I said. I mean, look, some things can actually turn a little innovative. Okay. I mean, if you're working with humanitarian type of work, it looks like it could be better. It's a great time. Work smart. Are you complicating things often? The solutions are simpler than you think. It's time to clean up both personally and professionally for a fresh start. Focus on your basic needs when spending and save some money. Like I said, it's not bad and it's not great. You know, I would like to have seen it a little bit better, but I think that it'll be okay. I would like to have seen it bloom a little bit more. I just feel like it's kind of just it just kind of is just stagnant. It really is just not really moving. If you're looking for a job, it looks like you're going to have the luck that you need for the job. In some of your jobs, you could be a, you know, a truck driver, a bus driver, something that has to do with shipping. You could be working at, you know, if you're looking for a job, maybe you're going to work at Amazon. Um, Transportation. I do see luck in finding a new job, especially in March. So I do like that. You guys are looking for a job. There you go. So I like that. There's that luck coming in with the 11th house. Actually, I'm going to take that card back because you just never know. But yeah, we're definitely going to put transportation there because I do see a lot of you doing a lot of transportation. Could be going back and forth through work. Maybe you deliver food. Maybe you're doing some kind of that food delivery stuff. Okay, maybe it's even a side hustle, you know, doing food delivery stuff. I know some people who do it on the weekend. It's a side hustle. They make pretty good money, you know, just kind of doing little things here and there. Okay, so let's see. Going straight to April through June. Spring, please. Give us spring and summer. Let's do spring and summer. We'll try to not make it so long. These readings do get long very fast, so let's try to knock it down a little bit. Through spring, we have Vesta, the goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. We do use this for the North Node and the South Node because it is a soul card. Vesta is the part of the sun, where the North and South Nodes are a part of the moon. So, but they handle soul areas, especially karmic soul areas of our life. So we're just going to leave it there for now. But just knowing that with the sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity, you guys have a very spiritual reading for this year. And I do feel like you're going through a lot of personal awakening and self-discovery, and growth. Going through the ninth house, some of you might actually start the dark night of the soul during springtime. Okay. This is going to be spring, so you guys could definitely be doing so, or the end of June going into July. Okay, getting straight into that area. But I do feel for a lot of you, if you're getting ready for that, that's going to be a part of your big awakening, or doing some kind of Kundalini awakening. Okay, something of that nature where it has something to do with reaching that spiritual center. Okay, so if you know you're doing those things, or you feel like that's getting ready, sometimes you can feel the dark night of the soul. You don't always know the Kundalini you do on your own. Okay, you're doing that. Dark night of the soul, you're not doing that. You're pushed into doing so. Spirit says it's time to grow. So you're not going to know that, but you might feel a little imbalanced, and certain things might be happening to where you're kind of getting that idea that something's going on. Okay, so there are noticeable things sometimes that we know that that's what's happening. Sometimes it makes you feel like you're losing your mind. That could be one area, or getting over emotional. Those who've been through it, though, they usually can tell you that's what's going on. I've been there and done that one for 3 years. So, in fact, I just got out of mine. And for those of you who've been here have known that I've said it many times. Broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. So I'm saying, and these dark nights of the soul can be very long, guys. They can be years long. They're really trying to get in there and, really push out everything for the overall growth. Kundalini is different. I've never done that. It's not my area, but there are people I'm sure that you can look at or whatever that can tell you if you're doing those things, right? If you're hitting those spots. That's a different kind of awakening. Okay, let's see what's going on. Spring in love over here. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I just got health. I was getting ready to say love, but it's giving me this health area of your life. I need to process your emotions, guys. We've got the emotions over here. So it's actually talking about health over here. Interesting. I want you to understand that the process is bottled up emotions. There's going to be some kind of clarity that's coming back around to you during this springtime. Might even be boosting your mojo over here, meaning, you're getting hot and heavy. So if you felt like you weren't really feeling, honestly, I just wasn't really into love right now. I'm really into my money. I'm really doing other things. You might find that your mojo is coming back, okay, for some of you. If you felt like it was kind of on the downs and outs, okay? Or you might be seeing someone else's. And, it's kind of crazy because you see that kind of over there, so it could be running right into each other, right? Going straight from March, straight to April, like, hey, you're hot and heavy, because we did see hot and heavy over here, right, in that March area. It could be March, February, whatever, right? But however it is, it's boosting that that relationship. So I really do like that, and I do feel like you're going to feel a lot healthier. You just feel like, I don't know, you can go to the gym, you're going to go work out, you're just spiritually, you're on this, your pillars are just, everything just feels like it's aligned. I love that. Especially because you have the 9th house over here, and it's like you're on this long journey, and it's like and it's kind of like you're in this place of this understanding of like, I'm spirit on this human experience, and I'm just going to, dive deep into it all, So I just feel like everything's blooming for you when it comes to that. I love that. And I do feel, too, that there could be something that you're traveling towards and you're learning on a creative basis. So I just feel like you've got all kinds of wonderful, beautiful things coming in. When it comes to your money, holy Gemini, holy my God, there's your 11th house coming in. What in the world just happened, Aquarius? I just said you weren't, it was, right? Your money was like, could be better. No, look at it. You have the 10 of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles to the 3 of Cups. What did you just do? For some of you, you just got some kind of money back for something you invested in, or somebody left you money of inheritance. That could be an inheritance from grandma, grandpa. You just ran into a large amount of money, and that's a gift. That's a gift. That's not just like, I work. Now, you could have put in all the extras. But I'm telling you right now, that's a gift. So some of you are going to get a large amount of money coming to you through a gift. Wow. Okay. And let's get into, wow. Let's get into that summer really fast here. We have Capricorn energy with Aquarius energy, your own energy. Didn't even give me a house. It's just like, hey, this is what's going on. Okay. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, hardworking, bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. This energy is free, loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technical. Geez, I wonder who that could be. The year of the horse over here is going to be really a good one for you because it has that freedom, loving, uniqueness, momentum going on. The horse, it loves the free, the wild, no barriers, don't feel like I'm caged in, and that's you, right? You love that freedom. You and Leo, and that's why you guys are sister signs, right? So the two of you, sister signs, free and wild, Thelma Louise, gonna run the world. Yeah, so, I mean, and then knowing that you're bringing in that with this hard work, it just feels like, there you guys go. And you have those north nodes and south nodes and stuff coming in, And if I remember correctly, you got like the north node or something during, I think, July or August coming through for you. The north node enters Aquarius, I believe, July something. It's toward the end of July, excuse me, which is also going to emphasize that humanitarianism, which is you. That's you altogether. That is you, and tech. Yeah. I just feel like you're just going to be right at home during the summertime. Summertime, you're going to be like, this is me. I'm networking. I'm socially out there. I'm doing my thing. Do you feel, though, during the summertime around that time, though, around, July through September, just watch yourself limiting beliefs, but it looks like there's a lot of family home time. Deepening your connections. September, we're going to get ready. I don't know if it's September or October. Oh, wait, but you're going to have that Venus retrograde pretty soon too, but I think that's in October. But I do feel like right here is when you're going to start realigning yourself again from imbalance. But you're blooming, and I see, look at now you can't tell me you didn't have the good luck. You have the good luck card over there for finding a job. You have the 10 of Pentacles in luck. Now you have the 10 of Cups in luck. My Jiminy. You might have somebody overindulging around you, or you might feel like you're overindulging. And if you start overeating or doing things like that, it just feels like you're going to start to try to realign yourself again. Yeah, it does feel like you're going to get ready for the 10 of Cups to the Tower. So it feels like from whatever blissful area that it was here, you're going to feel like there's a little bit of a challenge that's intensifying the relationship or within yourself. It just feels like it's kind of a backward step. Okay. Between you. And I actually feel like it's between you and another person. It could be definitely a Scorpio or a Sagittarius or a Scorpio-Sagittarius cusp. But I do feel like there's some kind of integrating lesson that needs to be learned on this situation when it comes to indulgence. I do feel like somebody is overindulgent. Maybe you guys party too much together or something like this, or they party too much. But it does feel like you need some kind of personal transition when it comes to this person. Fearing the change within the situation, I do feel like a lot of you are dealing with some kind of Scorpio who do feel the change within this situation. They don't want to change. But it is causing you to look at it from a different point of view again. So it's almost like you're recycling yourself from the beginning of the year to again. It's almost like it's giving you that kind of a Mercury retrograde kind of feeling. Maybe it is Mercury retrograde. I haven't looked those up yet. We'll get there later. But I just kind of feel like, you know, you're having this reflection, but you're like, I'm not adapting. I'm not going to adapt to this. It feels like something that you've adapted to before, but you're saying, I'm not going to adapt to this time. Because I've had too much growth, so much personal growth and reflection on the situation. Well, of course you did. You had the reflection. And it's almost like I gave you a chance to do this, and now you've kind of pulled away from me to go do something that you did not want to do. So I do feel like they're trying to be stagnant about the situation, but you're saying this is not going to work. I'm not going to allow this to happen. So you're kind of spotlighting on this. You are. You are. Look, if it's you, then it's you. I feel like it's someone else, and I think you're spotlighting them. You're calling them out on this particular area. You're saying, I'm not dealing with this anymore because I gave you a chance, you know, to grow. I've given you everything that you need, and you're screwing it up. Let's just put it that way. You're screwing it up, right? And this is not the year that you really feel, Aquarius, that you want things to be screwed up. You have a lot of good fortune. You have a lot of good things to be lucky. You have a lot of things that, you know, that are very transformative for you to be lucky. So it's like, is 2026 lucky for you? Absolutely, yes. You're going to see a lot of early changes and things that challenge you. And now it just feels like they're coming back to you during the summertime to challenge you again. Okay, whether this is at the job site, whether this is, you know, whatever relationship this is, it's definitely a relationship. But it's going to give you this significant self-realization again of what it is I'm going to do. And you will find that intention. You will know. Because remember, that fire horse says it's either going to stay or it's going to fucking go. There is no in between. Unless you're going to be like Scorpio or Scorpio Sagittarius, whichever reading that was, where it was like, I'm putting you in a bubble and I'm going to put you in a box and you're not going anywhere. And it's like, how do you do that? Why would you do that? It's because doing something like that just goes to show I don't want to deal with it now. It's a Scorpion energy. Now, maybe you are dealing with Scorpio. If you are, maybe you want to go watch that because they want to put you in a bubble. And that's crazy. It did say Scorpio Sagittarius right here. So, I mean, it could be one or the other. I can't remember. But they want to put you in a bubble. Okay, not let you move. So if you feel like that's what they're trying to do here, Aquarius, then it's going to be up to you. Because it didn't say exactly what's going to go on. It's a forecast. This is, you know what I'm saying? And this is not a personal reading. Will they really stay there? Because it's saying you are wealthy. You have the world on your shoulders. You have what it needs. You're smart. You have the income. You're moving forward. You know what you need to do. You're disciplined. You're abundant. You're prosperous. You also have very good generosity at this time. So you're telling them either you're going to go through the growth process with me or, and I see it too. And I'm going to tell you right now, I deal with you guys a lot. And I know it's going to be, or hit the road, Jack. Because if they really are there trying to put you into this bubble, to say, just relax, I got this. No, you don't got this. You keep saying you got this. You keep saying you got this. You don't. You see what I'm saying? And you're saying, I've got all this change. You have changed. You have grown, right? You have too much mental clarity in what it is you want to support this bad behavior. So if they try to put you into a bubble, good luck with that. So I don't really see them putting you in a bubble, but they're going to try it. And it did show in that reading, so I would go watch that. Now, maybe it's not you, right? They could be dealing, it's a general reading, it could be anybody. Maybe they're dealing with a Taurus, they're going to put it into a bubble. Who knows? I don't know, right? But we're going to shed some skin over here. Oh, but they're saying, no, that's not going to the way it's going to be. My cards are trying to get away from me. Okay, so let's get over here and let's see how this is going to end, because that's very interesting. Now, that's very interesting. And you're the only third reading I've done so far, so I've only done Scorpio, Sagittarius, so, I mean, that's why it's very interesting. That's why it's so fresh in mind, like, what? So, in fall, you have the 5th house to the Virgo energy. Man, you're taking on some good Virgo energy over here. twice because I feel like there's a little bit of it because of that Mercury. Okay, thank you. Duh. I was like, how did we get it? Through the Mercury. Okay. Energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. And there's going to be a little OCD. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to feel that OCD coming off of that because there's something that's rolling over from the summer that you're saying, this is the big breakthrough. Nope. From September to October, and then you have that Venus energy that's going to come through pretty soon as it goes into retrograde, and then that's going to be in the 5th house where you have the fun, romance, and create things you are proud of somewhere within that area of fall. Like I said, I haven't done any of my real homework yet, guys, okay? You would think that I would do them for these, but I didn't. I was having fun with Christmas. So we'll do it later. We don't need the look. We don't need the reading any longer than it is, anyways, right? So it's just like let's just get it going, right? No, I just feel like this is going to be potentials for those promotions with the Virgo energy coming through. There's going to be a lot of financial stability. That Virgo is going to bring in a lot of financial stability. It's going to get you smart planning over here. There's going to be a lot of smart planning. That 5th house is going to bring romance and create things. You're going to be very highly creative at this time. So that's going to bring in a major breakthrough. You're shifting. That's it. You're making that intention and with that alignment. You're shifting and you walked away from what no longer served you. You said, no, I put that away. You're escaping from whatever it was. You're walking away from that. You're leaving that behind. You said, and I'm going to tell you right now, for a lot of you, you're going to say, you didn't put me in a bubble, or you put me in a bubble, but I'm just going to ignore that for now. Okay, so if you let Scorpio put you into a bubble, then that's fine. That's just saying fine, but that just means I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll worry about that later. I'm pushing that away. Others of you are saying, you ain't putting me in a bubble. I'm walking away because there's too much transformation going on here for me to stay the same. It's almost like you want to transform. I don't know what you guys are doing. I mean, you're literally almost going to become like a butterfly, right? I mean, look, even at the bottom of the deck of this, it says what? Shedding, transform. Your overall message for you is you are definitely in a place of power and just completely 100% on this personal growth and spiritual growth with good luck, bringing in your own social occasions with this shedding of the old and bringing in the new. Yeah. So you got resources. Be grateful for what you have and something for the future. Use wisely as needed. Home-based. Home is the harbor of the soul. It's the safest place you can be. Also change an environment. So some of you are even going to move, towards the end over here between October and December through the fall time here. You're saying I'm moving, whether I'm moving to, my home-based business over here or however it is, right? Success. Choosing the right direction and actively overcoming difficulties. You're on the right path. And there it is, success. Come on. It said 11th house. And then that's when what? Is that when that good luck comes back in around? Absolutely. Yeah. Saying that you're going to have some helping hands. You're going to have some new hands around you. People who can help you. People who can help you make many choices. People you're going to maybe bring into your business to help you with your home-based business. Maybe you're taking your home-based business out into the world, into a real building, into real public. Wow. And then you're just going to bank. Yeah, if you bring that business and you know what you're doing and you're like, me and this dude, we're going to take this out. We're going to rent out this building. You guys are going to bank money. So let love be your motivation for action. Work daily towards improving your mental health. Okay, and one more for the beautiful Aquarius. Ooh.